What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast that nobody asked for, but everybody needs. It's this week's Unwanted Podcast. I'm your host, Eddie. I'm here with Kai and my good friend, Jeff, on the couch with us here today. And we're going to talk about life today. Life, because we need to keep moving, right? Movement creates movement. What'd you say, Kai?
Yeah, I was just not trying to fuck up the audio. Yeah, like, so fuck all that. But, yeah. But, yeah, more life. Yeah, what about it?
So you say movement creates movement? Or what was that?
Say that again.
Your host, like movement. Yeah, I got to keep moving. You always tell me.
Emotion.
Body emotion stays in motion. See, that's why I don't.
Body emotion stay in motion.
I don't say that slick shit like he does. You know,
man,
he's got it down. This is how he gets the ladies and all that stuff.
Never.
Nah. So we have my friend Jeff here, who I kind of want to get him on the same wavelength that I'm at, Kai, because I think you got me going, but I think I'm really gonna reach my goals this time. I think I'm gonna lose the weight, and I feel great every day.
And with that, what's the overall like feeling that you want past like the of course like ideal health or performance or whatever? Like
I look at other like older people. I look at people
middle age, like 35, 45,
older, like even 50. Like I'm thinking down the road, like 50, 60. Right. Looking at my parents. Like, I don't want to be in pain every day.
Right.
Like, I still want to enjoy life. You know, they say the youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
I just want to be, like, still, still putting in work.
Fluid.
Yeah, 60.
Fluid. You want to be fluid.
I want to be fluid. Like, I still want some fluids.
Fluidity.
Yeah, coming in and out.
So I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like a lifestyle. And that's what I was saying. Like, of course, it's a backstory. Like, we in the gym, we train. Basically, I'm in and out. I've been in the gym my whole life, pretty much just training, instructing.
So you understand how that feels like for me as someone that's like that's not my world, right?
Right. Yeah.
So coming into it, I feel like we're not focusing, Jeff, and this is coming to you because this is crazy what it's done for me. It's not. It doesn't. It's not this. It's not. It's like here. Mm-hmm. It's all in your brain. That's the one thing that you have to dominate first.
Yeah.
You know?
It's mind over power.
Yeah. I mean, like, and it's not just like Kai says, it's not just in the gym or like the physical aspect of it or even longevity. Like when I think about my life, it's also like being happy,
And one thing I do here, and this might be something that people start to see, like if you're hanging, you can be confident even with your problems. Like I'm confident. Like I know what my goals are. I know I got to get in here and do this. Like I'm confident. Like I hear your confidence in your like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. And you got to be able to live in that. And with you, Jeff, like of course I'm just coming in raw, but at the same time I think it's just that switch you have with yourself. Be confident about the things that you may be insecure about. Just be confident about it, and then it becomes something that you naturally just evolve over, or it tends to be a perspective that you start from instead of something that you got to like make a mountain and you got to overcome. You just make it relatable by now. This thing, and then it's just something that becomes something that you get over easily. But it's a process. Everybody got their own individual process, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if people who are familiar with me or maybe. Jeff, who goes, they call him Fez, and like the Danny Mullen, Leo and Danny show, and then Austin as well. If you guys are familiar with that world, you guys know Jeff's like attritions. It's not just like about like the way like we talk about like a lot of people, or Leo and Danny will make fun of like the light of like getting women, right, getting laid.
Yeah,
but it really is about. It really. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Pretty much all the time, talk about getting pussy all the time.
Yeah, right. But it's not just. I mean, it's not just about that. Someone who's been in a long-term relationship, like, you can get pussy every day.
Yeah.
But that's not the end game.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it is it tends to, for me, the way I see it is like that's an aspect of it. The aspect of it is like knowing that I could not necessarily get a woman or get her to sleep with me, but it's tend to, I don't know, it's like whatever interaction you get from her, it's a mutual thing. She's coming to you for something. So say, for instance, it wasn't about sex, but say for something, you were a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
You could get the same interaction exchange. She's coming to you like, yo, I need you to draw this. I need you to do this. So she's giving you that same energetic thing. So she may be already sexually attracted to you in her mind, because sexual energy is just creative energy. I want to create. But since we go in on the base level, it's just physical. So we all thinking, oh, I want to create with you. I want to have sex with you. But literally, if you give her something else, like you a tattoo artist or you a trainer, whatever it is, but it's just something you master. It's something that you kind of get into that she comes to you for.
Jeff, what do you feel like it's like you wish like I wish I had this or I wish I had that? Like, do you have anything like that?
Like
I
your
mean,
goals
I
and stuff
haven't.
like that?
I have like desires for me to like be more assertive when it comes to me communicating with other individual persons.
Women in
Like,
particular or just
women
people?
in particular, yeah, of course.
Right.
I mean, I just like have that my way to talk to people is that kind of normal, kind of like what's up, chill. But I don't have the confidence enough to proceed and close the deal and have a final conversation with somebody and talk. Like Austin see me talking to girls, and I messed up in some occasions, right, Austin?
I mean, you do all right. You know?
Well, okay. How do you? Sorry, Jeff. How do you tell in like you? How can you tell that a girl is into you, or even a guy? Like
It's the vibes.
somebody's like, oh, like
sometimes vibes.
what is that? Let me see it.
When you're vibing with some individuals, like if you know you're having a conversation decently enough to like to the point that you're both comfortable with each other, then you close to it. You know.
What does that look like? Is it like physical touch, eye contact?
Okay. Verbal talk. Be confident of what you're talking about.
Yeah, comfortability.
Yeah, you
Comfortable. I
get
know what
it.
you mean.
A level of comfort is the most important.
Yes.
That's how you can tell. And then, I mean, how like so you get to a point. Let's say you get to a point where you are talking to somebody, and you sense a level of comfort. How do you know that now it's like like an attraction, right? So like you could talk to a dude and be like, "Oh, we're vibing, right?
Yeah.
We're having a good conversation. Like, dude, I want to be friends with this guy."
Yeah.
But it's different with a girl.
Well, it's different with a girl all the time. It's a kind of like a double standard in a way because, you know, you can get along with the same gender, I guess. Kind of like women, they vibe with other women sometimes, I guess. But like when it comes to the opposite sex, trying to vibe with a person because they know what, women know exactly what when you approach a woman, like say in a bar or out in the open areas, they know what men want at the end of the day.
Right.
But they want companionship. They want to start something.
And they want the chase too.
Yeah.
I see that about the women. Like, of course, the end goal is to have that companionship, but it is about the journey. It's about how it happens. And a lot of time, women like for men to present that kind of fantasy in a way. I was like, at the end of the day, we know, it's not about all those minute things, but to present those things in that courting phase is. It's a part of the.
Do you believe so? Like, there's like that whole element, right? Like the game and all that stuff. Is we're like highly evolved. Supposedly, we're highly evolved beings.
It's our mating dance.
It's right, but then
Basically.
it's like, do you? I feel like there's still a certain aspect that's like very natural, like peacocking, and then it's like like all that stuff is so like embedded in just who we are as like animals.
Beating our chest, right? And it's so nuanced, you know, in the sense of. Even if it wasn't even about, it's almost like a sport. Because it's like, it ain't even about the girls at the point. It's like the guys
How many can they
showing
collect?
off in front of the guys that, the girls want us, but outside of the girls want us, I'm here doing my best performing. Like,
It's like I mean, like I've told him all the time, like his best chance is meeting a girl like in one of his circles where he's the master of his domain.
where's your natural habitat?
What's your natural habitat?
I think my natural habitat was always been maybe it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but Comic-Con.
That's perfect.
That's dope.
What you mean? That's fertile
I get make fun
ground.
of Danny and Leo.
If you know
and
how
Danny
many
Leo show
bad
all the
chicks
time
go to
because-
Comic-Con?
Yeah,
Yo.
Danny and Leo, I always get make fun of because you shouldn't go to that. You should go to
Cosplay. Man, you
Yeah.
could dress up like Yoda and get a line, a bus load of hoes. No, I'm telling
Well,
you.
maybe more Jabba the Hutt.
It's
but-
a niche.
Jabba the Hutt.
It's a niche. But it's that, now you can. But then when you take it off,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's all about the transfer. I've never been to one of those. Like I've been to like a comic
Yeah.
complex con and stuff. But I know Comic Con is like a world
It's
event.
huge.
That's
Yeah.
not just some local thing that happens. And the type of people and the women that go through there, they're very artistic and dynamic in the way they think.
I love it. That's my type of women.
Exactly.
That
So you
Yeah.
don't even you wouldn't even have no energy output to draw nothing but that space. And a lot of people outside that don't think they may just be in the gym or into like some kind of niche. But if you into that, you can get a girl that's gonna sit around and watch
Play
you
games
draw
with
or anime or whatever you into.
Yeah,
What kind
well,
of manga
like
you
this
reading
guy's,
and shit
they're
like
like big card gamers, like like Yu-Gi-Oh and like.
Oh yeah,
Pokemon
so
and
you into
stuff.
that kind of circles
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I'm
Some of
into
the
that.
baddest
I mean,
chicks are there too. Cause they
Not
really
not
got
not to put too much on, but your friend, like to drop her off, was his girlfriend or his wife?
Nah,
That's his girlfriend.
She was really attractive.
Yeah,
She was really attractive.
Dude, and she's fucking good at card games too.
Yeah.
She beat me last
Oh
tournament,
really?
bro.
Yeah.
She
See,
beat me out of
like
the
put it like
tournament.
there's no difference. Like if I was good at boxing, I would want a girl that would watch me fight, so you can see me at my peak.
And your peak, yeah.
So if you just gotta go to a tournament, destroy everybody, and like I'll let you beat me in Yu-Gi-Oh. I know I could destroy you 100%.
I don't know.
He gonna be your wingman. He gonna
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, you beat me, master, and then I'll just like bow down, and then that's it.
He can
Like,
set you up like, yo, this guy's real good. He taught me, man. Just play him.
this is my senpai.
All right.
The problem with those environments, though, is it's like it'll be like 90% dudes, and then like
Right.
there'll be a couple chicks that are
10%
kind of hot, but they're just girlfriends of other guys. that
Pretty
are
much.
there. So, and then like Comic-Con and stuff is a great idea, but one, Jeff can't afford the $150
Well,
ticket
fun it is,
to go.
hey, get the.
And then
I'm going to
second,
Anime
bro,
Experience,
it's
yeah.
like he'll go to one of those maybe once or twice a year, but we're trying to get him to be able to just like talk to a chick at like a coffee shop or just like the
Yeah.
ability to
I
do
know, my
so.
girl.
Not
But
necessarily.
girls
to-
that-
I see what you're saying, but you can use that as a
Practice.
kind of almost like a
practice.
not even a practice, but you can use the conversation piece because you're confident about it in an energetic way. When you do go to a coffee shop or whatever, and you have an open conversation with a person, you at least have something underneath to kind of stand upon that you're confident about. Oh, I know Comic-Con, I know whatever it is. It's just the energy thing of like, oh, I'm at the coffee shop, whatever, but I'm into this.
You should get a job at like a comic book store.
I would love to, bro. That was.
Are you in the
my dream
storyboarding
job.
and like even the creation side of it?
No, he just watches the hentai.
What'd you say?
You don't know what hentai is?
He said anti.
Hentai.
Oh, you just oh god.
I said my
It's
headphones.
like with the octopus. and
Right.
whatever.
Hey, that's part of it, man. You got girls. That
Hey,
like
whatever.
What do you what do you do to where you have your focus towards create wise? Do you draw, animate? Do you read? Do you
I like career wise.
say it again?
Like career wise.
Carry your voice. What's
Career.
Career.
Are you saying like in his career?
No,
or
just
like
in life.
Personal life.
In
In your
period.
life.
Just
I
in
like
period of
guessing.
life.
Like I would like to cosplay. Yeah.
So are you into cosplay?
Yeah. I'm not into it yet,
Okay.
but I would love to.
What are you into right now? What have you spent time just doing? Period. Over the last
I
like
just
10 years.
just play card games.
What kind of card games?
Anything.
Any card game?
Any card
So this
game,
is
video
this is
game,
the theory
whatever.
we have like with the other boys, and we're saying like he needs like a like. I don't want to call it a total makeover because it's not getting rid of who he is,
right.
but it's like my man, getting a source of income will give you so much like pride, like oh his headphones are off. Check,
I can
check
fix
the
them. Your
bottom
mic
here.
is still working though.
Right.
But like certain
We're
aspects
serious.
of like just like the way he feels about how he dresses or like all this stuff, like build from the bottom up,
Yeah.
kind of like me.
Right,
It's
right.
like I have aspects of myself that I feel confident 100% in.
Right.
Like oh, I got a job. I know I can provide. Like I know that I could play instruments and this and that.
Right,
Like I have so
yeah,
many things to
yeah,
draw
yeah.
from
Right.
to be like I could stand 10 on like
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and
something.
I feel like for him like he feels like he comes up short in so many things when there is a lot, but it's also like think about what. So I sound like a sellout, but like what society values is somebody that like checks these boxes. And I don't know what you want to say.
I mean, I see what you're saying. It's like if it's a certain. I mean, at the end goal, it's like you want to build a certain kind of attraction to get women. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Something that's natural,
like
not something
profile.
you got to get out of side. Like you looking for like are you looking for a relationship, or are you looking just to break into a different aspect of women? As far as like, I want them to see me past just a person that's, you know what I mean, in good conversation. You would like to have more of attractiveness.
I want to be known and seen as somebody who can be reliable to them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well,
but
yeah,
like, it's hard right now.
No, I wouldn't say sorry. Just like you got to provide something. You got to provide something.
I have to put
them.
something on the table too,
Right.
in order for them to see. Oh man, this guy's actually trying.
It can be anything. Like I said, it can be illustration. It can be whatever it is that you do, but it got to be something that comes from you. It can't be something I'm doing based on trying to get a woman. It's something that you normally do, and then whatever woman will attract to that thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kai, the way Kai puts it is, like, if I just dressed up to get women, like, people will see through that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got to be really you.
Right.
So if I had a
Whatever
job
it
just
is.
to get money to take girls out, like,
Right,
I'm
it's
going to get
different.
taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be something that's real to you. Like, if you feel like, think about a woman, right? If she's looking for a partner, and you said it right now, like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
Right? It can't. If you're the guy, probably expected to bring quite a bit of something. If she's hotter, you got to bring more to the table. You know,
Or you just, like I said, you got to match. You gotta match a certain like spectrum for her. Mm-hmm. And I just say for me, every space I come from a very. I did a lot of TV, film, commercial, and with that world, you deal with a different. I call them powerful women, and not in the sense of like they're whatever. It's just the way that they're treated in that form. Mm-hmm. And when you're around that type of woman that's functioning in that system, it's totally different from just the normal like social society side. So it builds a certain aspect of you as a man that you see what women go for is a focused drive. Like you got to be. It can just like if I post a walk to that couch right there, I'm gonna be so focused on walking to that and not letting nothing distract me, and they are attracted to that.
Yeah,
they attracted to the fact that I'm like, I ain't letting nothing stop me from getting. They like, yo, he's in that magnetism because they want that on them, and that's the whole energy exchange. So you just gotta find something that you do, and then whatever game that you need to play will be evolved to you in that space for whatever applies to you, because everything is customizable. But
you've also, you know. I don't know if I want to call it benefited, Austin. Maybe you back me up here. Like, he's been on a lot of the big channel stuff. He's exploded online. I was thinking of a Danny joke. A Danny joke right now is just terrible. Yeah, you know, see, that's what I'm not doing, Jeff. I'm not doing those jokes. 'Cause I'm not Danny, even though I'm sitting here.
Hey, good joke is a good joke.
But yeah, he's exploded like by getting so many fans and people like fuck with him to the point where they want to see him get laid. Like
they rooting for
they're
you.
rooting for him.
Oh,
bro.
so that's I mean you can use that, you can monetize that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody like wants to see this guy succeed. Like they're so invested in him but you represent a lot of these guys too.
That's what it is.
You represent all of them, and if you can do it, you give them a lot of hope.
Right. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know that I could do it. It's just it's hard. Like, for example, Austin and me, we believe that having a relationship is just expensive in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
well, it's expensive when you don't have a job.
Right. Right.
Well, it's true. It's very true. You like I said, back to what you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. Would you date a girl that doesn't have a job?
Of course.
Okay, then, if you don't have a job and she doesn't have a job, where you guys going? Where are you gonna eat?
You know what I'm saying? We just
I mean, she has to have some type of like hustle though. She can't have that shit, but she has to naturally. She could fuck around.
She sells gems,
get
and
paid
stuff,
to something like anything.
That's good enough.
You could. It's just has to be some type of flow to her. And same thing with you too. You don't necessarily have to go plug into the matrix, But you do have to, even this, like, of course, the podcast thing, you could get into sponsorships. You could get into anything. You could be like a voiceover artist or something like that, and then be like, well, I do voiceovers. And it can be something just as niche as the Comic-Con, but it doesn't push you in an unnatural habitat just to get something that should happen naturally, which is a woman. Like, oh, let me go do all this unnatural stuff. Nah, it got to be something natural. So even just going to the gym one day a week and focusing on something that's going to find you out, like Eddie was, naturally it's going to open up its own journey to you that applies to you depending on when you show up. Yeah. So even though a trainer might be showing up with you or whoever's showing up, when you get there, at the end of the day, it's your mind that's speaking to you, no matter who's speaking to you. Yeah. Your mind is the last voice you hear, so you just got to be able to understand how to, conversate with that part of yourself.
I understand someone like Austin not wanting to be in a relationship right now. Austin's 24.
Yeah, young kid.
There's so many, it's like you go to a buffet and you just fill up on the first item you see. Like, nah, bro, I'm trying a little bit of everything.
Appetizer and shit.
Right? You're young, you're still there. But some of us, I'm including you and myself, we got to think about, do you feel the urgency? The time, the clock ticking, do you feel any of that?
I am getting older, so
when do you turn
I know that 40? For men, we don't have a biological clock like women do, because they want to have a kid there.
No, we have a biological clock.
Biological
we
clock.
really kind of, ours is just extended. But I just, like I said, just something as simple as a woman liking you or just changing a different chemical in your mind can literally change, everything about you. So just like I said, if you're looking for something to really go, because a relationship like y'all was speaking about, if it's just getting a relationship, it's like, no, I don't want no relationship. But if you just want companionship, because I'm single, so I'm able to not stress a relationship, but at the same time get some of the benefits of companionship without the other negative side effects of having to commit to a relationship. If I'm not ready for that and she's not ready for that. But you can still kind of find relationship in companionship.
That's something I respect a man can do right now these days. You're able to have companionship with a woman that you like, but at the same time, you don't have to have something that keeps you together for a long time because
the algorithm of the commitment that it takes to say, well, now I got to show up for the commitment of this relationship outside of just showing up for myself because it's a cohabitation. Hey, we just showing up to meet up and have food and whatever we want to do while we're there, but when we split up, it's like we doing what we do.
Yeah, we do what we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been in a long-term relationship. It's not almost 9 years for me. Yeah. So it's definitely understanding. It almost feels like that at times. The companionship is the main key component.
That's called.
And then we still have our own individual.
Yeah, you married for real.
I'm married already?
No, I'm all pretty much, man. As much time as you put in, I'm just saying. That's longer than some people have been married.
I know. Yeah. It's just, I think people say that my knees don't bend. So what's that? I can't get down.
Right, man. Hey.
But no, it again, back to Jeff. It's just not. I know it's the unwanted, so we're not gonna talk about that part. But okay, I wanted to ask you this because I had a recent trip to Vegas, and I have a friend that reminds me a lot of you.
Wow.
But he quit dating. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He's just I'm done. I want to get a girl from Thailand, and
he's ready to settle down.
No, he wants to buy it. He wants
but he's ready to he's not settled down, but he's ready for just a normal.
He doesn't want to do the chase.
He don't want the American.
He doesn't want to chase.
He don't want to chase nothing.
Nothing.
And is he in a position to have that choice? Oh, well.
Yeah, he reminds me of my friend.
Oh, he's not even in a position to have that option?
Nah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
This guy, the thing is, he's a smart guy. He's very opinionated. Any girl would, you could confuse his cockiness for, arrogant. Right. for being arrogant. But, he has the ability to do so, but he's just so adamant about, I'm just tired of chasing, going on a date, paying money, and then it's I don't get a guarantee. But I took him to Vegas and we were talking to girls and obviously I'm being my charming self. I'm not really flirting with anybody, but I'm like trying to get him.
You confident in that?
Trying to be a good wingman,
Right?
You know,
Right.
and I thought he was having a bad time, and then he comes up to me. And he's like, "Bro, I had so much fun talking to all these girls. Like it was so much fun. That's what I want." And I'm like, "Dude, you can do that. You can do that.
Right.
When you go out with Austin, with Sobe, you know, kids half your age, and these girls,
Yeah,
are you having fun?"
I am. I actually had a good time, except for that time that we got into a bar fight, but that's a different story.
He was dressed up as Pikachu too.
Whoa,
Yes.
come on.
Did you Thunderbolt any motherfucker?
You can't go out dressed
Well,
as
taco
Pikachu and
motherfucker.
think you ain't gonna fight, man. Come on.
You gotta teach him how to punch too.
Right, man.
Well, do you punch somebody?
Fucking slap
Yes.
somebody.
No, for legal reasons, you're supposed to say.
Oh shit! No,
Nah, fuck that.
Allegedly.
Shit out somebody. That's called self. That's called
self-defense.
Yeah. See,
It's
you
'cause
already know, like,
they were attacking my friend, and this guy, it was a thing. And he was so tiny. These guys from a frat house that were like twice his size.
So you just came in there and wrecked them all?
Nah, not wrecked.
Allegedly.
I got wrecked.
You got wrecked?
Yeah. I
Did you
got
wrestle when you were younger? You have like brothers you
No,
wrestle
I
with?
never wrestled.
Nothing like that.
You never fought your brothers?
I have no, because I have my older brother. He never touched me or anything like that, and I have a younger brother I was protect.
Oh, so you already got natural. I whip your
Dude,
ass
this
like
guy-
muscle memory.
He's
Yeah.
like a
yeah. So you
like a Buddha, not like Buddha, but like he's like peaceful.
But most of them will thrash you. Yeah, most people like that.
He knows how keto. He's beat up some guys.
That's what I'm saying. I can already tell. He just like
He's
nah,
beat up
nah.
people on this podcast.
That's why he play. That's the person that left. You put him in the headlock.
No,
He kicked out the last guy.
it's just about blocking and putting in
Hapkido.
Aikido blocks and throw the arm of balance, like you see their own force against them.
You could give self-defense class to women and have a busload of hoes. I'm telling you.
I don't even have a degree of that
It
shit.
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter,
You don't.
bro.
We said self-defense. We didn't say Hapkido.
You just go to
self-defense.
just get your ass kicked for like half an hour by all these women.
Now, basically, you teach them. You hold them and you teach them like based on things I know. This how you want to make sure to protect yourself walking through West LA and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then you become a sensei. And
Yeah,
you
see-
become, pervy sage.
Yeah,
You know what's up.
you're very unarming. You know that, right? Like you don't really pose a threat.
Unassuming, and that may be a draw. They'd be like, it's a mystique.
I got a little cousin for you. I got one of my like friends for you, like my tia or something for you.
The
They'll
family?
hook
No,
you
don't
up.
bring the family. Bring in one of your theaters.
My tia, no, my tias would date you.
Yeah.
But like, oh, here's the other thing. So, okay, back to his Spanish, his English is fine, right?
Yeah, but you Spanish first English?
I speak Spanish first.
Yeah, so I would say that, because that's your native tongue, there's a confidence that you have with that. So
There's a lack.
what you mean?
He has a lack of confidence with his English.
No, I'm talking about the Spanish.
Oh, okay.
So that's your native tongue. So it's a confidence that you have speaking about that. So, of course, California is Mexico.
Yeah,
much.
basically.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm just
Hot
saying.
take.
Like, no, it is. Like,
It
as
is.
far as the population is transferring, I
Yeah.
think in maybe even before 2050, it'll be majority.
Damn, take that, Austin.
But no,
back
it's
to
just
Texas.
it's the natural population density or whatever, like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
statistics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just even in that, you know what I mean?
Should just be like, if you want to live in California, you should learn Spanish.
I'm just saying, like, as
Awesome.
far as the black population in Los Angeles, can you guess what the number is? The percentage.
Probably
I
like
think
6%.
8%.
5%.
It's
It's like 5.6.
5%?
It's like 5.6%.
Yeah, I was off by one. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
but I'm just saying, imagine that. I'm coming from a city where it's like maybe over 50% or something like that.
Oh, really?
Or no, over like maybe about 40.
It's
Oh,
that. It's
no, maybe
that.
like let me not guess, because I
Show
remember
me.
looking. I might pull it up later. But at the same time, I think when I say it was maybe like 20 something like that, 20 to 25%.
But you grew up like all black.
I jumped around.
No, but say like in your home city.
It was like I went to
High school.
Yeah, high school. No, it was majority black. It was majority black.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was the first one I had ever went to. The other schools was majority white.
Really?
I went to predominantly a lot of white schools, middle schools, elementaries, and stuff
And
like
then
that.
your high school was all.
And then my high school, it was all black. And then when I graduated from, went the senior was majority white. It was a predominantly white school, so I went to a lot. But
That's crazy.
but like I said, outside of that, yeah, your native tongue, your Spanish, use that to your advantage, because you got women all over the world here.
I'm trying to convince him to go out with me in my neighborhood.
You might need a haircut makeover. How you feel about that?
Yeah,
He likes his hair.
A more modern, not. I wouldn't say don't touch the length, but I would just say hike up the sides, and then that's a more modern cut without attacking the length that you naturally want to have because you just kind of get that flow of light.
Yeah. So when's the last time you had like a haircut? Not by Danny Miller.
Last year, yeah. Oh, last year.
Yeah, last year.
But now by Danny Miller, it was a different haircut. My hair actually grows pretty fast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like to me, I just cut my hair.
Yeah. It's cool.
And the amount of confidence you get from a good haircut is insane.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get immediate compliments.
Right.
Always.
I feel that.
Immediate. You feel it, but once a year. Imagine you did it like 3 times a year, bro.
Right.
I might have to do that.
Or like right before you go out to the club or whatever, or not a club, a bar. We don't do clubs anymore.
Yeah.
You do clubs? You see
I'm
the clubs?
too old for that.
Yeah, clubs is young. It's like young.
Young kids.
I've
they
never
say.
done.
I don't
club.
get it.
I don't. Yeah, I've never got into.
Pay
it or
$80
whatever.
to go in there, and then pay more money to drink, and then just
Yeah, I never, honestly, for me, but I never paid to get into a club like that. No, it's not like that. I'm just saying,
is
just
like
being
that.
real with you. No, for real. Because, whatever, it's quick backstory. Like, I came to California I did a lot of music, TV, film, commercial stuff. So I was kind of in the, I don't want to say insider group, but I just moved. I got invited to stuff. I didn't know where nothing was. I was new, so I always got invited to stuff. And whenever I went out to the club and we would just go in, I didn't really get it. I'm like, this is VIP.
Austin, have you been to a club? Austin?
Yeah.
Clubs are all right, but like I don't like places like that too much because you can't like speak to people. It's too like loud the whole time, so it's hard to like have a conversation. You gotta get like all up in their ear and shit, and you're like shouting at each other, and it's like, why can't we just go somewhere like?
But I felt like growing up, to me, they told like MTV would tell me that's the only place where you're gonna find a girl. Like you're gonna get there, get drunk, and talk fucking loud in their ear, and then go home and hook up.
It's a code to it. Like, you can go and do that, but it just depends on what you're there to do. You know what I mean? Like, if you're there to promote, and you go to promote, you party. If you're there just to have a good time, like, I'm here to just dance with random girls. But you can go in there and be like, get drunk. It's going to be girls on tipsy in there. They want to dance and move around. You have quick conversation because you got to be close to them. So it forces you to have that closeness. And then you can get out of there.
But it's such a fucking like meat market.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a low hanging fruit kind of thing.
Yeah,
like, you go in there and guess, like, let me see.
Yeah, because the girls there are like weird, especially now. Because like you see the same chicks there like every week. If you go back like week to week with the boys, then you're like, what the fuck? It's all the same.
They
people?
look for new dudes in
I just
there.
feel like smelly. Like
They be looking for new dudes in there.
With dating apps now, it's like girls that want to go get a casual hookup. They don't need to go to the club.
Right, not
They
at
can
all.
just use Instagram.
straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
And that's why, like, it can be hard for
dirty.
some guys, like, around my age to, like, approach women and talk to them. Because women are already have so many, like, suitors in their DMs that they don't really need you to, like, approach them in public. Unless you're, like, you really got game and you're cool. But otherwise, like, some girls will give Jeff, like, the cold shoulder pretty hard, bro. And it's like, damn, like, you don't need to be, like, mean.
But even it's like I saw like that girl, like one of our friends, Leo. He went up to a group of women, and the girl, what did she say?
She said like, "Oh,
we're okay," and all he did was like, "Hey, how you guys doing?
Already.
We're fine." And she like got in the middle and gave her the
They
bag.
just reaching.
Yeah, dude, it's like, I've been like third partied by like the fat friend like so many times going out in LA.
That's
she's not interested. I'm like, bro, like
Yo,
we were
I'm not
having a
even-
conversation. What do you mean she's not interested? Like, who are you?
If I was a quarterback, I would take all those big ladies to front of me, bro.
I would too, bro."
That's what you have to do though. Is you gotta talk to like the uglier one first.
Oh my god, yeah, like
And then,
You gotta
like,
ignore the pretty
and
ones.
then switch over, because if you go straight for the hotter friend, she's gonna feel like offended that
Already,
you
yeah.
like.
Well,
ignored her.
one of the big strategies, I remember, like they did a video on like how to peacock and like how to get chicks, like whatever. It was
How to
ridiculous.
strut.
But one of the things I learned, because I remember I used to follow that guy. I think his name's like Mystery or whatever. I remember it was like, when you're talking to a group, it's kind of what you're saying. It's not necessarily target the ugly one, but it's like talk to the whole group. So then you're like, if you talk to this girl and she thinks you're cool, and then this is really your target over here. she's not gonna be like offended because she's like, oh, he's cool. Like you get the you got the okay from everybody.
Yeah, it's like a code that you can break into.
If there's a guy in there though,
what's that?
if there's a guy in that group,
I mean, it depends on who is he.
you gotta hype that guy up big time.
No, I'm saying who is he?
Let's say
Is he a masculine male or is he one of their friends?
No, he's a masculine male. Probably trying to hook up with one or so.
Oh, so he's kind of like the friend, the attractive friend they go out with to feel comfortable.
Well, maybe he's not attractive, but he's into one of the girls.
Oh, okay. So he's kind of like, okay, so yeah, you got to wingman him up.
Right? You have to
get inside that kind of crew to be cool with him. Like, okay.
But then often what happens if that guy's not the one hooking up with them, they don't care about him. And they'll hook up with you.
Oh, real fast.
Right?
That's what they want.
Hey, hold my purse.
Yeah, dude, I've seen that bad, bro.
And they'll wait till you come in and be the version of him that they want him to be.
Yeah.
But you'll just be like, hey, they asked me to come over here.
Bye.
Like, he's the guy that just, like, drives them. That's what it usually is. It's like they got some
He
dude
hopes
to
one
be,
day
like, their Uber for
he'll
the night.
fall into some vagina. Like, he thinking
Dude, I have this crazy story. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to obviously try to keep out names. But there was one of my friends... like he went to Vegas and it was like it was like a friends, like 3 guys and 1 girl, and this girl was really into that my friend, and the one guy was really into that girl, and like that girl was like, well, I want to hook up with that guy, so like they snuck into the room that they were all sharing, and he was like, how could you do this to me?
Wow.
Like blah blah, and like he would literally get in bed, and then the girl would get in bed with him, and then the guy would get in the bed with him. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with this. So he would move to the other bed, and then the girl would go, and then that fucking same guy would go.
Wow.
It's like, bro, I kissed you once. It doesn't mean shit. Get over it. Like it was like this crazy ass like third wheel situation, bro. Like don't be that guy.
Nah, get out.
Yeah, it just like, but it was just like, imagine being stuck in in a location like for like a whole weekend, and you got that situation.
That dynamic, hell no.
Man,
Right.
You got to put it in. Jay, you falling asleep?
Hell no.
Like, dude, one time we went out to this like rave or something, and we met these like 3 chicks, and they were there with this one dude who drove them.
Yep.
And then the one dude, like, they all leave, and they're gonna come to our studio and hang out with us. And his car window gets shattered, and like his shit gets stolen.
Damn.
No way.
And then we all go to the studio, and then this guy with his shattered window just like drops the chicks off at our studio, and then he has to go like deal with his like car shenanigans.
And they
or
just
whatever,
chilling with
bro.
y'all.
But they were like, definitely, before you fix your situation,
Right.
Drop us off with those other guys we just met. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's
Right, picked him up too.
Jeff, this could be your future. Focus up.
Never.
Focus up.
We're not gonna let it happen.
We're not gonna let this happen.
No. You know what it is? Because it's a reflection of your circle also. So of course you got to have those muscle triggers. And no, for real, like naturally. Because sometimes when you hang around people, honestly, sometimes the way it like the socialization comes with friends, then there's certain parts of each other that you share that may present itself. So sometimes it's not even him speaking to you. He may be speaking of a version of himself, seeing the way you move and operate. So it's like, of course, you may be seeing, he'd be like, man, you know what I mean? Telling himself this would be like, man, just go say something to her. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Figure it out, that shit.
Yeah,
we just want to see you succeed, bro. Like I'm so like, the minute you bring a girl home, like I'll pay for the condoms.
No, never.
I got the drinks. I'll put the Barry Manilow on. Like I'll probably sing some.
I would say like this: How do you feel about growing out your beard a little bit?
Growing out my beard?
Yeah. What's that?
It hides a fat real well.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it does.
How you feel about it?
I hate it.
Right, but how do women feel about it?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
They never see me with a beard.
Try it.
Exactly. So just like I said, trust me. There are certain natural algorithms that you can do that's gonna add attraction to you. If you seen a woman and a woman said you were attractive, you'd be like, you know what, I love this beard. Something about this beard, just like a haircut. You'd be like, I don't know. You go get a haircut and somebody be like, oh, I love your hair. You'd be like, what? I love this haircut. So it's like it's that chemistry change. So if you see
What
yourself
do
with a
people
beard,
compliment you on right
do
now?
that.
They've been complimenting on my style, how I wear my clothes, or how I'm losing weight.
What would you could like describe your style?
I mean, on an ordinary day, like I just wear something comfortable and it looks good. Like I pick out this.
Like right now, you got like the pink on pink flamingo.
Salmon. That's salmon.
It's salmon.
Oh, it's salmon. My bad,
Yeah,
salmon.
right.
Yeah.
Salmon, yeah,
It's different levels to the
salmon,
pink.
yeah.
Like you look like you're about to golf anytime soon.
No, you look
Yeah.
like you got some money.
Yeah.
You like,
Exactly,
I'm
that's
comfortable
what I'm
enough
saying.
not to give a fuck.
That's you know what we're
Pretty
saying
much.
that if like he could convince somebody that he's like some rich like Cuban.
Oh, your dad owns a country
Yeah.
club or something.
Yeah,
For real, he's a producer
That's
on
what
Marvel
you should go with.
comics or something like that. Yeah.
go with that.
I
You
ride
give
with
off
comics.
animator vibes. Like you work in some kind of tech, animation. You work for Ubisoft,
I feel like he just draws
Square Enix or something.
characters with big tits.
Hey,
Like,
that's awesome.
Which one?
he just draws characters with big.
Big
Big
titties.
tits.
Yeah. Hey man,
Square
you
Enix. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, you
Square
could.
Enix, he knows what's up.
could,
You should do that. Just
license
stream
that
it.
shit.
Just-
You gotta, y'all got cameras. Look, you a photographer already and don't know it. I'm telling you, you can put an ad and say I'm a photographer.
That
30.
sounds, that sounds very sus.
No, it's
no.
the way it is.
No.
Yeah,
There's
trust
no
me.
girls that are gonna be like, "Hey, I'm a photographer. I got a studio.
You think
$25.
You think that?
Austin's tried
Nah,
it.
it's true.
No, I'm talking about in a certain space.
Oh,
in a
you've
certain
done it?
forum.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of clients in my old
Yeah.
studio.
Right.
Yeah,
People
but-
came in, did a bunch of different stuff. I shot commercials
It's a
there.
different
a
market
movie
area.
there. I shot a movie inside
Yeah.
my studio.
You
once.
look like some Jeffrey Dahmer. Like I would not.
That's what I've been going for.
Girls
is
know,
like-
but you go off
girls
of the
like
tech
the
yard.
serial killer look.
They
you know?
want to feel that danger that you might kill them.
Well, see, it's because like girls, they don't really understand what Jeffrey Dahmer looks like. They just
Right.
think of the guy who played him
Right,
from fucking
exactly.
American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Because I always get told that I look like that guy.
It's an adaptation of the actual person, but it doesn't really look like him.
It doesn't
It's
look
just a natural resemblance. But
Yeah, because everybody would tell me, "Oh, you look like that guy from American Horror Story." Now it's just thinking, "Oh, you look like Jeffrey Dahmer."
you like that actor.
I'm like, "No, I don't."
Like, what the fuck?
Man, I think here's a good spot to end today's podcast. This week's podcast. It's been fun, learning a lot about your life, Jeff. Thank you so much for being here, Austin.
Yeah.
Kai, thank you for being on this week's episode
Yeah,
of the Unwanted Podcast. Guys, thank you so much.